Welcome back to the East of Elvins 310 podcast. You got your boy Travioli, and you got ShowMe Green setting in. Let's get this started. Started. I already stuttered on that. That's just on the YouTube. All right, so that's your blooper feed. Here we go. Record. What's up, ShowMe Green?
What's up, man?
Oh, nothing. Trying to get all this shit started, man. We got the YouTube rolling. We got some bloopers now, just due to this episode.
Yeah, happy Sunday to you.
Happy Cannabis Sunday.
Yep.
The Church of Cannabis.
Good to be back. Missed last week.
Yes, you feeling better?
Yeah. Doing a lot better now, so.
Hell yeah.
You know how it is, dude, whenever these seasons start changing, you know.
Oh, 100%.
It brings out a lot of different things that you're not really expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, me, it's the leaves. I never had trouble before, but last year I went out to burn the leaves, and I had the worst fucking sinus infection take over.
Yeah, dude, I've been finding as I'm getting older, the seasons make a lot bigger of a difference than they used to.
Oh, shit, my bad. Yeah, they do. Well, that'll be easy to edit out.
Now that you knocked half of my joint out onto the tray, I appreciate that.
My bad. Yeah, I would line up from the road down and just have a massive 2-foot line of leaves and just light them and use the leaf blower and just keep them afloat burn, you know, like control it like I'm some kind of super fucking hero, you know. I just felt powerful with it until the battery dies on it, and then you have to come down and switch out because I didn't use the gas one; it was too heavy.
Right. Yeah.
But the electric one, I can control the flame a little bit, you know. But dude, I was down for like a week. Just something about the mold, probably the mold and stuff, and then leaves sitting in there, getting that moisture, laying on the ground. Ugh.
Yeah, it's no good to be be breathing it in. I got the black lung pop.
Right.
Sorry, a little bit of a Zoolander reference there.
Zoolander. If you ain't seen it, watch it.
Yeah, it's a good one. Is this a house made for ants?
So we at it again, getting closer to the Halloween event.
Yeah, getting super excited about that.
The Halloween outfit came in.
Mm-hmm.
So you look sharp in yours. I'm looking forward to get mine tailored. Getting it fucking fitted up.
Yeah, we're going to get that fitted this afternoon.
That's going to be fucking dope. Oh, here, dude. I got the blunt. My bad.
Oh, you're good, man.
You're not working on that?
Yeah,
okay.
Give me a sec.
So this is going to be on October 26th. That's going to be this weekend, right? Next weekend.
Yeah, 26.
Next weekend. The 26th. Yeah, that's going to be 13 days. That's your boy doing math real fast. Even with the blunt in me.
We're stoners.
No, it's going to be great. I can't wait to eat the good food truck. When they have food trucks there, man, you know, the food be good.
The food is cool, dude. I'm looking forward to the crowd.
The crowd is great.
I'm looking for the people.
The people's great. The people's where it's at.
That's what I care about, man.
Get as most involved as possible.
Yeah.
Definitely get some live feed of what's going on. Kind of maybe be like the Dick Clark of it. You know how he announces the fucking New Year's Eve ball or used to? Like, we're fucking announcing the Halloween thing. That'd be pretty dope, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah,
SpongeBob, come on over for an interview. You know somebody will be SpongeBob. It's a stoner event. Somebody will be at least SpongeBob.
Of course. Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to our outfits, though. It's going to be fun.
So, I made up the last 2 tips on what our outfits may be.
Yeah.
I was going to give them one more for this Sunday. Because, well, no, this one, I guess we have one more next Sunday, huh? We got 2 more Sundays, today and next Sunday.
Yeah.
All right, so we're giving you 4 tips. If you end up guessing what our outfit is in chat, you'll be rewarded with a fat sack.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I
got your back.
So, just to get the crowd movement there a little bit. So, if you know what it is, you can reach out to us social media, either at ShowMe Green or East of Elvins 310 Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what our outfits will be. And you'd be rewarded with a fat sack.
Yeah.
So would you like to come up with a hint for a tip number 3? Because we know number 1. I'll recap and let you think a little bit. Number 1 was we're not the men in black. And you agree with that?
Yeah.
The second tip is we definitely have the ability to erase your mind. That can happen in many different ways.
Yeah.
And that leads us to number 3.
Number 3. We can disappear depending on the background.
Oh, yes.
We can completely fade away.
We can almost disappear.
Yeah, gone.
That's pretty, that's the third one.
Yep.
So we can disappear in the scene.
Yep.
That is a fucking power movement right there.
Yep.
So there you go. Let the mind wander.
All right. Where's that blunt at?
There you go, man. Get caught up on that. That's going to be a mix of your local skunk and some ice cream cake. Ice cream cake.
That's a nice combo, right?
Yeah.
There. That tastes good.
Thanks, man. I thought I had a mini blunt out here, so I didn't. I didn't bring enough weed out, so I had to dip into the studio weed.
Oh, hey, that's all right. That's what it's here for, man. Make sure everybody that comes in here has a good time. That's what it's here for.
So yesterday we had a special interview, man. It was touching. I touch base with it when you got here. I one of our dedicated listeners from St. Louis drove down and picked up his pops because he was like, man, I'd like to come have my dad sit on your show. He's an old time stoner. Like, he has stories. And I'm like, dude, we'll bring him. And then it hit me. I'm like, dude, won't you could do it with him? Like, won't you come in and we do both of yous, and you guys will have an interview together.
Yeah.
That'll last forever on YouTube and Spotify.
Dude, that's an incredible thing when you think about that.
It is. It was cool. So he was in a wheelchair. Thanks to you, with the extra wide door, he had no trouble coming in here.
Awesome. Okay.
Didn't even think about that, but you made it handicap accessible. So good job, bro.
Picked the widest door we had, so.
So he came in. We talked about back in the day, basically concerts. He was talking about seeing Rolling Stones at the fucking and the Eagles at Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah.
So me and my wife was watching the interview last night and on YouTube because I figured out to make it louder. So if you guys checked it out before and it wasn't loud enough, I apologize. It's fixed now. But when he said that, my wife's like, "Oh my God, this man is incredible."
Oh, dude, that's such a cool story to be able to talk about. That's why I try to catch as many concerts as I can now, so that when I'm older like that, I'm gonna have those stories.
Yep.
You know, I'm not leaving this community. You know, the campus community is where I belong. I'm never leaving it. And so if I have stories, and in the future there's people that are trying to start podcasts, and I can tell them stories like that, that's awesome.
It is cool. Never really thought about it like that, but yeah, making a mark.
Exactly. Yeah.
It was a really good time. I want to give a shout out to the Dean team that came down and sat in. That's the thing, man. People are listening and they're reaching out and they're like, man, you should check out this guy or you should interview this person. But I'm like, you're the one listening. Like, I want to know you. Yeah. I want to have you in too. I want to know our listeners as much as you do. You know, it helps us feed them information. Oh yeah, of course. Well, it also brings us down we're on a personal level there. Right. You know what I mean? And that's exactly where we need to be. Your status in life doesn't depend on whether you can take and come onto a podcast and talk to us and hang out and be part of this community. That does not affect anything at all. Not at all. You're a good person. Come on in. Let's have a good time. Let's smoke. Yep. The only thing we don't discuss is politics. That's right. Yeah, we stay the hell out of that. That's just a slippery slope. It's best not to. So. No. That being said, the grow is taking off. It is. We got the Sam Squash going and the Triangle Sherbet. Yeah. The other two did not pop. Actually, the other four did not pop. So I figured out why they didn't, though, in the cup. You know why? Why? So big firm believer on the plastic cups. You know, plastic solo cups over the soil, over the plant, so it gives that humidity dome. Yeah. I didn't think about it until this time. It's taken me 4 times I've lost seeds. When you use a plastic solo cup on top of a red solo cup, when you put them cups on top of each other, it's not on the soil. I figured this out. At first, I thought it's still running down in there. It's fine. It's not. It seeps through it runs down and runs out the sides. Right. It don't get down on that. I've lost seeds. I just realized that the other day when I picked. I'm like, the cup's got full of humidity. I see it in there. I shake it. The water runs out, but I'm looking and the soil's dry as fuck. I'm like, what the hell? And then I looked at the other cup that's right next to it, and I can see the water like kind of coming out of and going down. Yeah. And I thought, holy shit, that makes sense. You know, it's a shitty connection. There ain't no soil, ain't nothing collection, the condensation or the humidity dripplings. Well, you know about the humidity dripplings? Yeah, man. Like the thing about that is soil is like extremely hydrophobic, right? So once it's completely dried out, it takes
a lot to get it rehydrated properly, right? So like if you think about if you walk out to your yard and the ground is super hard, right? And you take your hose and you spray it over it, it doesn't soak in, it sheets down, right?
Runs off.
That's what's happening. Because that soil is so dry, it's not getting to absorb that moisture.
Thanks for breaking that down. Makes sense.
And that makes it just run off the sides, and then it's going to start flooding out. So that's why you got to use a hydration product to take and help that soil resaturate once it's super, super dried out.
Okay. That makes sense.
So, like, you can use aloe. Aloe is great for rehydrating soil.
Really?
Saponaria.
How do you get this though? Is it?
You can buy it at the grocery store.
At the grocery. Okay, so Main Street Grocery Supply probably carries.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to them.
Yeah, they have the aloe product over there. It's concentrated plant extract. It's aloe. It's been really dried out and it's concentrated, and it works really great for seed germination. And it's also kind of like an antibiotic for your soil. So when you mix that in with your water, it's almost like it's decontaminating your soil.
Okay.
As well as helping those seeds
to actually
attach and pop.
You broke it down real well, man.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, that might be what I need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's actually something. That's just funny. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think that's what you had going on is your top looked really wet, but when they tried to pop, it was so dry in there that they couldn't do anything.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Because the top looked wet, but in the core, in the middle of the soil, it wasn't.
Got you.
That's why, like, whenever you go plant seeds, you make sure that your soil is good and wet. I soak mine all the way down and I let it run out.
So I actually did that. I actually took it over there and put it on the shower nozzle and stuck it in the center and just worked around kind of clockwise. Just went around and just kept letting it do it. It's crazy how much water it sucks up.
Yeah.
It's impressive that it should be running out quicker, but it's like damn. But once it does get enough water, it does have a proper runoff. So yes. I know what you mean by that, but I was like, that's what I did, bro. I put that sprayer right down in both them pots and had them. They were heavy as shit. Probably added 6 pounds to them by bringing them up here. Well, maybe not that much, but
yeah, it's a lot.
So taking them down there empty, dry, I carried both hands and didn't have no problem. There was no bringing them both back at the same time, not without water and soil running out.
You see, that's the thing too with germination is like, there's an even ground that you need to be on because you can have it too saturated and then your seeds rot as soon as they pop because there's no oxygen in that soil. It's just so saturated.
That's what, okay. So the water's taken up.
Yeah, the water's making it so, it's kind of like us. We need air to breathe. Plants around their roots, that exact same way. They have to have oxygen around their roots to take and help them breathe. They aren't just breathing through their leaves. They breathe through their roots as well. So when it's super saturated, that's why you'll see, like, whenever you pass by after a big flood, you pass by a big field and everything's like laying over and unhappy. It's because it's so much saturation in the soil they can't breathe.
Is that why hydroponics have aerators in them?
Yes.
I'll be damned.
And the water keeps constantly flowing because as water is flowing, it's pulling oxygen in. Right? And it's mixing into that water and it's flowing. If that water was just sitting stagnant in a hydroponic system, everything will rot.
That's what I was thinking.
So you have to have the perfect.
That's why there's so much to it. J-Dog's got his. I wonder how his is going.
I know, dude. I'm really curious.
I'm curious too. I actually was looking at some of the newts that I got handed to me at one of the events I went to, and I was reading on them. They're actually hydroponic. It's for hydroponic, so it's not really for soil. So I got to throw those at him. A little sampler. It might be really good. What I don't like about it is it's like 9 bottles.
For me,
that's
my thing, dude. That's my thing. Like, that's why I do soil with build a soil and dry amendments. Because if every night, I don't have the time for it. I'm married. I got 3 kids. I work full time.
Got a fucking podcast.
Yeah, well, like, we have a lot of things going on, you know? Like, dude, I don't have the time to take and mix 9 bottles.
Yeah.
And be checking the pH. I don't check pH.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't want to do that. I can. I know how to. But it's so time-consuming. Like, it takes a lot. And then what happens if you take and you get your ratios off? Your plants are suffering.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, with living soil...
Creating stress.
With living soil, you put all the food on the top of it, and then you just water. And the plants, they send up their feeder roots, and it's like a buffet for them.
Yeah.
Right? You know, whenever we go to buffets, we're like, okay, I want some of this steak, I'll have some of this pasta, I'll have some of this salad.
Overdo it. Right, but, you're grabbing everything.
Yeah,
your greens, your meat, your protein, your...
Yeah, but that's like our bodies telling us what we want, right? 100%. It's the same thing for them.
I'll be damned.
So it's like they have a buffet sitting on top of their soil, and when they want something, that root right there, they're going to send out the exudites that will send the microbes to process that food for them, and then they eat it, and then they're happy. Yeah. Right? So I let the plant do the magic. I don't have to try and dial it in by a ratio from a bottle. Like, let the plant do it. Mm-hmm. That's how it all started. It all started outdoors, you know, doing its own thing. And now what we've done is we've expanded on that and ways to maximize everything.
Oh, yeah. Way to get the most, the biggest, the best.
Yeah.
Which ain't always the best.
But I think now, like, honestly, I don't try to maximize, like, anything that you have smoked. I let the plant completely do it itself. I don't force anything into the plant.
Okay.
Right? It gets to make its own selections. That's why, like, when it comes to flushing with living soil, man, you just keep watering them. Your plants are going to naturally senesce. They're going to choose when, just like us, as we start getting older, dude, our bodies start breaking down. Mm-hmm. The plants do the exact same thing, right? And if they can take and do that, and they put themselves on that timeline, and then you just help them through that.
Seen on social media this morning when I was going through my feeds, you know, that I love the communities when people help each other, you know.
Yeah.
And dude was asking about why his leaves are color changing and stuff, and it looked like an auto. It was a shorter, tinier plant. I didn't say nothing. I don't ever get involved. I just kind of look and observe, and I don't think the dude knew it was an auto. It definitely. He was talking about how his light cycle. He was running like a 16 on with an auto.
Oh, yeah.
And I always ran 24 just because I could never figure the fucking timer out, you know, because I was going to do the 18, but I never could figure the timer out. And I was like, 2 hours, fucking, you know, and it never really affected too much. I think a couple times I stressed a little bit, but not nothing. It was during the summer. It's hot. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's when it really needed that cooler temperature, just a little bit to, you know, a little bit of relief.
Yeah.
So I brought out these gummies and gave them to you and threw over there because I'm going to tell you a little story about what happened to everybody the other night. Your boy Travioli came home. I was off. It was Friday or Saturday. Got off midday, came home, ate a 50 milligram gummy. Was going to get on the Xbox and chill. Yeah, it's about out anyways. It's got that cone in it. Sitting there, ate my gummy. Was feeling heavy, not doing worth a shit on the Xbox, okay?
Yeah, well, it happens.
It does happen.
Thanks, man.
So I ate some food, got some munchies, drank some water, shook it off a little bit. Then my wife's like, hey, got you some gummies. And she gets me these organic, they're good for you.
Mm-hmm. Probiotic gummies.
Yeah. So I did, is that what they are? She be sneaking shit in this, even the gummies, she be sneaking shit in.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
I need them though. But anyways, I'm eating them. And all of a sudden my high comes back, bro. Mm-hmm. Slaps me in the fucking face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Why do I feel the gummy now? Almost more intense than I did when I thought I felt it.
Uh-huh.
So I reach over in the little trash can by the couch and grab the package, and I'm looking at it. And I see that omega-3. Man, that joker, I smell it.
Oh, yeah. Did you even taste it?
Nice. Smell it and taste it. So I'm like, omega-3. So I Google it because I'm high. And it's like fatty acids.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, shit, the fucking edibles. It regenerized the fucking edible.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you those so you can eat those before you do some edibles.
Yeah.
And let you all know, keep an eye out at Walmart for these organic gummies. I mean, anything with high fatty acids is definitely going to help the effects and prolong the effects of a gummy.
Yeah, you know, it kind of goes back, ties back to what we were talking about with RSO, how I add in the coconut oil.
Yep. Because as a filler medium. Yep.
Yeah. It's another oil that it binds to. Well, these gummies, they're omega-3 from fatty fish and tilapia. Yeah. So that oil is binding again with your stomach.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
And making it last longer.
So you eat a gummy and eat some of those gummies?
Just a little hint, people. Whenever you want your gummies to go a little bit longer, go and pick up some omega-3 fatty acids.
Yeah.
and your high will last a lot longer, and so will the money that you had to pay to get those gummies.
Right, you'll be taking lower doses. You find consistency, which is what's the main word with gummies.
Yep.
So yeah, I figured I'd share that little story there with you as well. I'm probably gonna do the re-event of that tonight.
Yeah.
More than likely. Because now I know it won't be hitting me blindsided.
Right.
So we'll see if I can do a lower dose than 50, but
yeah,
probably
it's a lot
not.
better when you can plan it out. You know how the effects are all going to be. It works out nice.
I also want to give a shout out, man, for you putting the effort into maybe getting some merch. We might be having some merch come. So you want to be a lookout for that. It might be popping up in our social medias. We'll definitely let you know on the show and on YouTube. But Mr. Ryan went to an event the other day out where Enlightened J was turning the tables.
Yeah,
and
out at Roma's.
I don't mean lunch tables. I mean he was turning the beats, making the music. He was playing it. So that had to be a cool experience seeing him in action, actually.
Yeah, it was good. It was good getting to watch him. You could tell he was in his zone.
Was he filling the crowd to his music? Or was he
that's exactly what he was doing. And there was people that were coming up, and they would have song requests and stuff like that. So then next thing you know, like Hocus Pocus was coming on, the theme song for it.
And, that probably wasn't already on his mixer already.
No, but dude, he had it pulled up probably in about 3 seconds.
That's awesome.
As soon as that first song,
he's so talented at what he does, man.
Yeah, as soon as that song was done that was playing, he had it going for her. It was great.
He's got big things going too. He's got a podcast he's thinking about starting, doing some mental health as well. Again, just glad to hear so many different people talking about it. Yeah, definitely brings awareness,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So, him and Kyle both will have one, but there's a bunch of them out there, and they're different vibes, and that's what it is, because there's different crowds listening.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Got the reggae beat in the back.
Yeah.
I almost thought that's a trumpet.
Yeah, we got a little bit of trumpets going on.
Yeah, I played trumpet.
Did you?
That was my instrument through high school, believe it or not.
A trumpet, huh?
Yeah. Also, since we said that, Jesse James, the Dean team yesterday, Mr. Jesse, he told me, he said he also loved the episode when I talked about band coming in high. He also was in band, and he said he knows exactly what that would have looked like, sounded like, and fucking how it would have went down. So I guess he must have had some kind of Travis in his generation,
Yeah.
And it was cool, like, seeing different generations.
There's only one Travis generation, though. There's only one.
Appreciate that, man. But yeah, you got, like, Jesse. That's my brother's age, so your age. Mm-hmm. Jesse's your age.
Yeah.
Then you got me. I'll be 41 here in 2 months. Birthday coming up. Going to Vegas. Heads up.
Nice.
Might want to think about that. Maybe the show go down there for one day. I'm going to go a week, but I am going down there for a week. But then I had his pops, which is probably another 20 years older than me. So it was cool seeing and talking about, the seeds popping and the lids and how they used to sell weed back then.
Yeah. Dude, I love talking to old heads from back in the day.
100%.
Man. I love hearing their stories. I really do. They have the history of how this is here. A lot of them, granted, I understand why, but a lot of them don't remember it.
Right. That's what they say that. They say that. But they did kind of create the culture.
They did, and they deserve a lot of credit for that.
Hell yeah.
A lot. Because otherwise this wouldn't be what it is now. And
they
left a legacy to us.
They did. They were transporting from out of country.
They were doing it, dude. Like this, they were risking their lives.
They
100%.
were losing lives. They were losing lives out there, man.
Yeah, it was crazy what they were willing to do.
Not even just the police, mountain lions, alligators, shit like coming through the seas and swamps and shit, man.
Dude, I can't imagine being a grower through the Reagan era. I can't imagine it.
No.
Once a war on drugs got declared, and then Humboldt started getting hit, I couldn't even imagine a lifestyle.
It was insane.
It's insane. So if anybody is an old school grower like that, dude, props. Like,
hell yeah, props.
Appreciate the hell out of it, because it got us where we are now.
Yep, that's true. And it's going to be changing, and eventually they'll say that about us, because at least we were here when the weed got good.
Yeah, that's true.
So we at least our generation was one of the first generations that started knowing about how not to stress a plant.
Yeah.
How to actually care and take control of the plant.
Yeah, well, especially once all this university information and all these tests, and everything starts actually coming out.
Oh yeah.
Now that we are actually we've only like hit the peak of the iceberg for where the cannabis industry is, for knowing about the actual capabilities of this plant. You know what I mean? We only know just a little bit. We haven't been able to actually study it. Look how long we've been studying like penicillin.
Yeah.
We've been studying penicillin for like almost 100 years, at least, you know, around there. And we're still finding new things. So imagine where cannabis is going to be, that we've already found has hundreds of different cannabinoids and terpene profiles. Imagine where it's going to be in 10 years.
100%. I mean, and while you're saying that, I'm looking over your shoulder and I see my Mars Hydro set up. And I know that I got Mars Hydro lights, Mars Hydro tent, everything Mars Hydro. But it's kind of outdated. Or, I mean, the tent isn't, but the lights are. You know what I mean? But, like, that was so much money. And I've done good grows with it. So, like, I don't want to give up on it because I have done good grows on it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know that there's better things out there that will produce more terps and more fillings and effects and more driven the way that I'm wanting to go. So it's just crazy how that happens. So maybe we'll hashtag Mars Hydro in this YouTube video.
Yeah, we can do that.
Still got to figure that out. Working on the video on YouTube, bro. I tried, like I said, on the computer, I can get it where it shows me and then shows like the guest. I don't know how to make them where it shows both of them on the recording. So I'm working on that. Once I do that, I think that'll be pretty standard. Like, that'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Get away from this damn webcam up in the corner. It works, but you're up there. So yeah, ready for the event. Also being announced, you know, being asked to help them announce North's announcements from in the future.
Yeah.
Being part of their events. I think that's awesome. I'm looking forward to talking to Miss Corinne about that.
Yeah, thanks for dropping that on me.
Kind of want to. Yeah, right. I was so excited, dude. It was on the way there. I'd like to have Corinne on. That would be really cool. She deserves it. She deserves time to sit and explain why she does what she does. Because that woman, she's a superhero herself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, when you think of women of cannabis, I think of two people. And I've interviewed Jess Cooksey. The second one would definitely be Corinne.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that. I mean, man, at that Puff Putt Pass, she was so busy. She had so much stuff going on, but she was staying strong and pushing everybody where they need to be. Delegating. Yeah. So,
anytime she had a second, she still was able to get a toke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just to level and back and get where she needs to be.
Yep. So, good job, man.
Hell yeah.
Like, that takes a lot. I wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah. It was overwhelming watching her.
Yeah.
That's why we wanted to help her. But then again, when people work hard like that and show their dedication, like Enlightened Jay would say, you create a vibe that people want to feed off of.
It leaves an impression for sure.
It does. Like, a person to sit back and not help someone that needs it when they're struggling and they're pushing and still smiling, like, that's a pretty shitty person. And the good thing is that that's a very low percentage, but there is a percentage out there, you know?
Yeah.
And it's sad because it's like, what made you not want to help someone? Like, do you got it that good? I mean, I don't know. I know some really good people that are fortunate that would help out. Like, I know some very, very fortunate people that are doing very well for themselves that would reach out and help anybody at any time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But everybody focuses on the ones that don't sometimes, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with that, but
yeah, I don't know. I don't think, and I think there's a lot of people that are out there that they just don't even think about it, dude. It doesn't even cross their minds. They're too lost in something else that's happening in their life at that time. You know, like, just because, you know, somebody is working really hard and you're watching them, sometimes you just have overwhelming events going on in your life that makes it so you don't even think about helping somebody, you know? It's a different path. Depends on where you're at in life right there, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And it's trying to center yourself, too. You always want to try and do that. Take and bring yourself into actually living in the moment.
Nice.
Is what I think.
Well, we're going to live in the moment. I want to start...
Having with the Jokers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off there.
No, that Joker's kicking my ass.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about the casino, to be honest with you. I'm like, man, I'm fucking feeling spicy today. I'm kind of thinking maybe I might need to go up there.
A little lucky?
I don't know why.
Yeah.
So, you like going to casino, too.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I like playing roulette. I haven't tried blackjack yet, but...
Okay, so when I first started going to the casinos, I actually started at the blackjack table. And to this day, I haven't walked away with a loss from a blackjack table. I've always stayed maybe a couple $100 above where I started at.
Oh.
I've never gone way past that, and I've never lost. So
do you feel control with blackjack, or do you go with the luck? Is it the flop of the card?
I think there's actually a little bit of both involved with it.
You think there is?
Yeah, I think there is. Like, dude, you have luck, which I do believe in, because, dude, like,
I'm the most superstitious dude you'll ever meet.
Yeah, I'm a little superstitious also, and
I won't talk about it, but I
luck,
just do it.
You know, but at the same time, I think you have to make smart decisions, and you have to be paying attention to the cards that are being played. So if you're out of it, like if I've eaten 200 milligrams of edibles, I am not going to go to the blackjack table. I'm going to go over to a machine where I can just take and click a button, and it's all completely random. You know what I mean?
Have you won before like that? Anything, just even little?
Honestly, the biggest that I have won off of, are you talking about blackjack or the machines? The machines?
Yeah, machines.
About 640 was.
That's pretty good though.
Was the highest, but I don't bet high.
I don't either. I do the pennies, and it still costs 50, 60 cents, or sometimes, you know.
Yeah, most of the time, minimum bet's like around 75 cents, around there-ish.
Yeah, Amy's won a couple times. She won. I think he went up to 1,200 before you gotta pay taxes on it. So I think we did pay taxes. So I think she won like 1120 or something one time.
Perfect. That's perfect.
It was right underneath that, and man, she was so excited.
Yeah.
She was so excited we got kicked out.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I won't go into details, but yeah, she was excited. She was just I never seen her so happy.
Oh yeah.
She's like, Travis, get your fucking ass over here. I just fucking and they're like, are you with her? And I'm like, yes, I have been up for at that time 9 years, now 20 years.
Yeah.
But they gave me her ticket and they said, can you go cash this in? And I went and cashed it in, and I came back, and as we're leaving, Amy's like, I can't believe I won this. I'm like, I know. And she's like, and I'm really pissed off at the same time. And I said, why? She said, because they kick me out. They don't kick me out when I'm losing.
What the hell? Well,
but she was just so excited, man. It was crazy.
Yeah.
They weren't mean or nothing. They were just like, you guys probably need to leave. And we're like, and we won, so we thought that's like maybe that's what fucking people do. Like,
that'd be messed
we
up,
won
dude.
$1,100.
You can stay in as long as your money's coming to us. You win, you get the hell out.
That is what happened though, and I don't know if it was because she was just like, she wasn't like cussing me. She was just like, Travis. I remember her saying, Travis, come fucking here.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a thing. But we took the money and left. It was awesome.
Yeah.
We weren't there. The sad thing is, ain't this the fucking joke? We probably weren't there 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, the nights that you go there and you're fucking there, you look down, you're 3.5 hours in. And you're up 200, where it's like you keep at that, you're like, damn, that's when time gets away.
Yeah.
But to walk in and, like, hit right away and be like, well, fuck, time to go. It's like, we weren't even here 30 minutes.
Dude, I've had that happen before.
That is a Travis move, I can't say.
But, I mean, it does kind of suck, though, whenever the first thing when you get in there is you hit, and it sets, like, an unreal expectation. That like, oh, tonight is hot. I'm going to keep winning. Yeah. You know? And then you go and you hit 2 more machines and it's all gone. And you're like, okay, like you said, 15, 20 minutes in, and you're like, I'm done.
Do you smoke before you go in?
Oh, of course.
You do?
That and RSO and whatever else sounds good before
there.
I go in.
Oh, yeah. And the wife liked the casino, too?
Not as much, because she doesn't like cigarette smoke that much.
Oh, and
it gives her a lot of headaches.
There is, even the non-smoking area isn't that
because it wasn't always non-smoking, you know, and it just soaks in. We've all seen what cigarette smoke does to walls, you know. But sometimes when she gets a little wild hair, she'll go and play a little bit.
Oh yeah, I like going up there. Just something different.
Well, I like it, especially if you got a good friend that you're going with, that you guys can just kind of sit next to each other on a machine and just hang out. That's fun.
People watch.
Yeah, you know, just for a little while, have a drink or two, relax.
I've been so stoned sitting at a machine like down in Tunica. I remember sitting there playing this machine and trying to get that cookie jar to crack, man. So I got all them coins in that cookie jar, and I was just feeding it. It kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm like, come on, motherfucker. Sitting there, and this dude kept looking at me, and I seen on my corner of the eye, like in my fridge, I'm like, this dude, either thinks I'm looking at him or he's looking at me. And I think he's watching my machine, dude. I think he was watching my machine, and I never felt that before. But I realized, man, quit saying crack that fucking cookie jar. Because you know what I mean? People know I'm excited waiting for it to happen. So I need to sit there and keep my mouth shut maybe. That's different kinds of strategy at the casino. That's why I like the roulette. I feel like I have control. I pick my own numbers.
You see, I've never played roulette.
I kind of tip the dealer every time I hit, so that because I feel a dealer can't hit the same number all the time.
Right.
I feel a dealer, if you split that wheel into 4, I feel a dealer can land a quarter of that wheel every fucking time if they wanted to. A good dealer.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're tipping them every time,
They
showing courtesy, they
lean it
try.
one way. Yeah.
Especially bring good energy to the table.
Right.
Once you bring good energy to the table, then fucking they're down too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, since we talked about that, I probably don't have to do
that. Well, it'd be a good afternoon for you then.
Yeah. And I have to try that RSO, like you said. When you gave me that one in the capsule, I definitely felt it. It was very, very, very heavy, very sedative.
Yeah.
Not as much as when I put it on a toothpick from mine and put it in my cheek.
Really?
I mean, I feel it, but if I just eat it in a capsule, I wasn't ever feeling it. I don't think. I think by the time it was going through, it was too late.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or happening too late.
Yeah. That binder. It's important, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Like, if you buy RSO from a dispensary, figure out a way to add a binder to it, or eat something with it, like you like to say. You know, have some kind of fatty acids.
Hey, get some of them fruit snack. Omega-3 fruit snack.
Yeah, exactly.
I only really, really, really support and rep shit that works. So I mean, everybody's cannabinoid system's different, but everybody knows me, so I ain't gonna bullshit you. Yeah. So if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. With that being said, we're rolling up on our 40 minutes, man.
Nice, dude.
Pretty good episode today. Yeah. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, subscribing, following. Looking forward to that merch.
Oh yeah, yeah. Y'all will know it when you see it. Trust me.
Let's keep our fingers crossed on that happens. Yeah, tell a friend. That being said, we're staying flossing out here on Davis Crossing. Be good or don't.
Yep. Peace.
That kombucha got you, bro?
Oh, so bad.
That kombucha's got him.
Yeah, I know, man.